you really seeing what's going on, or are you letting it walk past you? Are you letting the devil be in your playground? In your church? Are you letting the devil ride shotgun with you? Man, one time I was in church. It was Father's Day this year. A boy walked in. One of the boys that he used to deal drugs to me. And he walked in. I said, "What are you doing here?" I had to check myself for a second. Because I was starting to judge him. And I said, "God, forgive me." And I asked him, I said, "What are you doing here?" And he said, "This is my home church. It's where I normally go to church." I'm like, "I've been going to church here for a long time. I ain't never seen you." And that service was a religious service. And not that good old-fashioned religion, but a deceived religion, but a religion that ain't true. Man, people can walk in this place and they'll have so much sin all over them. Man, it seems like a black spot in the middle of the sunlight. And you let them walk straight past you, and you won't do a thing about it. You won't tell them, "What you're doing is wrong. You need to get right with God." In that service, it went like, this is how it went. I can tell you just how it went too. They sung their 2-song service. They got one person to testify and the preacher to preach a good message. And they left there and they went and ate, got all fatted up. And I ain't talking about going to some Baptist church. I'm talking about this as a Pentecostal church. I'm going to tell you something. People, the devil's out for keeps. There are pastors and preachers. They might not even know. Nobody told them what the real truth is. They've been taught by already a false doctrine. They already been taught. So they're just living what they've been taught. Not even knowing that they're deceived. How about we get some real men and women of God that'll stand up for this word, that'll stand up for Jesus, that'll stand up for the truth, and the truth is Jesus.
Amen. Amen.
It's not what you think. It's not what you think is right. It's not what you want.
Come on.
But I'll tell you something. What I want, my flesh wants to go back in the world. But I tell this flesh, I say, I can't do it because there's a mark upon my life that I can't deny. And his name is Jesus.
Oh.
I'm going to tell you something. People get these, there are messages you can go online, and preachers can get every message they need for the entire year. And you can go into their office, and you'll see every message they're planning on preaching that year, because they got it all set up on the day of New Year's Resolution, my bad. It don't really matter to me. And I walk up here. I tell you this everywhere I go. I walk up there, I don't have nothing. I don't walk up there with some sermon that I've got every word written down, every little detail about it. I walk up there and I let God speak. Because if I walked up in there, I preached a pretty little message, nothing would happen. Because I can talk to you all day, I can preach you down and up and spin you around, flip you upside down, but it won't do a thing. If it won't do a thing, if you're not obeying God's will,
Amen.
We'll obey the will of Satan, but we won't obey the will of God. We'll walk in our sin and not feel a thing about it. Man, where I live right now, I ain't never seen people that ain't got no conscience. They don't care. The devil don't care anymore. He's out for keeps. He don't care. He'll destroy your conscience. He'll make you believe what he wants to believe, what the devil wants to believe. Amen. Man, I hate to say it, but this generation is going to hell if somebody don't stand up. And it breaks my heart. The Wednesday before I came to Brother Rivers Revival, I felt God speak to me, and I got up on that stage and I sung a song. And after that song, I told this church that's got this religious spirit all over them. And I told them, and I said it, and they didn't do a thing about it. I told them, I said, God, why do you let people walk through these doors and not do a thing about it? Are these people not aware of what's going on? Are these people not aware that they need some help? Or the devil just got them right where he wants them? Man, I got up there and I cried out with every bit of my heart. I didn't see one person that was a youth person that wasn't crying, because the Spirit of God was there. And when the Spirit of God shows up, conviction falls down.
Amen.
You know what they did? After I got done with my sorrow and my sadness of how horrible this generation is, they put me to a chair and they said, they went on with the service. And they kept on singing. And you know what I did? I took them youth back there and I told them, I said, you can't live the way of this world, because this world will not, you can't live it. It'll destroy you. It'll destroy your family. It will destroy your life. It will make you so angry. It will make you so crazy. It will make you go insane. It'll put you in mental institutions where you gotta say, oh, I'm an alcoholic. Oh, I battle depression. I'm not saying none of this ain't real. It is real. I've dealt with it before. But I told him, I said, I preached out of Revelations 3, chapter 3, and verse 15. And he said, I know your works, and you are neither cold nor hot. You are lukewarm. Amen. And the Spirit of God showed up. Because they were hungry for something more. They were hungry more than what this religious spirit has given us. My God. I went to church one time. I heard a pretty little message. I went home. I turned on the television. There was a preacher on there. And I got more from the preacher on the television than I got from the own church. And my mama said the same thing. Oh, God. Holy God. People think this thing is a joke. You come to church to play games. God spoke to me during that revival. Brother Rivers, he spoke to me. He said, God's getting rid of the games. He's getting rid of these jokes that these people have been playing. There's about to be a people to rise up. He's about to raise up some Joshuas in this land.